I'm watching Supernatural for the very first time, and I had a post go very viral on Threads talking about who I think each of these characters are in the show. My husband downloaded this montage for me. I don't know who this person is, but thank you, whoever made this. Anyway, I'm going to repeat everything I said about the characters here because it was very popular. So, first off, I know these three guys. Mr. Trenchcoat Angel, he is the reason that I'm watching the show. And Sam and Dean, of course. No trauma here. Happy family. Then we have this guy. He looks like someone I would meet at a gas station and think that I was a serial killer, but then he would turn out to be really nice. I'm going to call him Bill. This guy, this is the most villainy villain I've ever seen in my life. Look at how he's dressed. It's giving devil in disguise. Stay away from my untraumatized family of boys. This one feels like cheating because lots of people responded to my thread with gifs of her. I'm going to call her Alice, and I'm going to guess that she is a recurring character, and she is a love interest for one of the main cast. I don't think she's entirely human. She looks like she's like part demon or something. This guy here, he looks like a Spike from Buffy. He looks like a morally gray character who everybody dislikes at the beginning, but then becomes more popular later on, and I think he's a magic user. This one's pretty easy. She's clearly a cop. She looks innocent, but I'm going to say she's actually secretly evil and making a pact with a demon. I don't know anything about this character, but I immediately love her. She can join our family of characters without any suspicion whatsoever. And because I like her, I'm going to predict that she gets brutally murdered in one episode. I would want this guy to call me Daddy. He's awesome. We had a police officer, so I'm going to say this is the chief of police. He lets our main cast get away with some things, like breaking the law just a little bit when it's necessary. And I say that he's going to die sacrificing himself to save the main cast. This is a very queer character. This is giving the nicest twink you'll ever meet. I hope no one's offended by that. But it's always the ones you least expect who are evil. So I'm going to say he gives up the main cast. He sacrifices them in order to get something for himself. This guy, he has seen some shit. So I'm going to say he has a whole episode going around about how he gets possessed by a ghost or something, and then when his conflict is over, he joins the main cast for a couple episodes, but then leaves. Now this lady here, she is gorgeous, and I have heard that the main cast really like redheads, so I'm going to say she is not a villain, but a part of the core cast, and I'm going to call her Cheryl. Cheryl helps the main cast by doing private detective work, and she's great with computers. She's seen all kinds of demons, so that doesn't even faze her anymore. And I'm guessing that she has a crush on this guy. Now this guy, I'm going to say that he is not just a bad guy, he is the bad guy. He is the baddest bad guy. He's the big bad. And he joins the cast for a while, but nobody knows that he's the bad guy. And he's like spying on them. This one, I'm going to say that he is a henchman, and he is being leveraged by this guy. So this guy is holding his family hostage, but then eventually this guy's family gets free or dies somehow, so he goes totally rogue and joins the main cast, but then ends up killing himself to make sure that this guy dies. This guy was one of the most liked gifs on my original thread, and it looks like he has a scythe, and I feel like he played a Grim Reaper in another show, so I'm going to say that this is a Grim Reaper, and I'm going to say that the Winchester family made some sort of deal with a demon back in the day, and this guy's here waiting around to collect these two souls right here. So he's super evil, and you can't underestimate this one. Now this, I'm going to say that this is Sam's long lost son. He shows up in the 5th season and throws our guys into chaos dealing with sudden new parenthood. But then as soon as they come to terms with their parenthood, he gets tragically killed. We have a very nice looking lady right here, beautifully innocent. So I'm going to say that she is a demon who was summoned by Dean during a week-long bender. She's 1,000 years old, and eventually she's so popular and her contract gets so expensive that they just cut her out of the show for no reason. So I think one of these is these two's mother. I don't know who it is, so I'm going to say it's this lady. I don't know why she was on the ceiling in flames, because I've seen like an episode or two, but that episode was terrifying. Get off the ceiling, crazy flame lady. And then finally, we have this lady at the very end. So I'm going to say that she becomes a mother figure to our boys and brings them all together in a later season after a big bad conflict. And then, of course, because nothing good can consistently happen to our lovely family, she dies in a horrible, tragic way. What do you think of my thoughts?